Hello, there you go. I forgot to restart this thing because it wasn't working. Anyway, hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back. Today, we're back with some more Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Haha. Why is my stream deck on my main monitor? Get off. Move. Vamos. Get out of here. Move. I'm trying to stream. My whole computer's gonna crash, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, we're good. There you go. Anyway, I hope you guys are all having a great day. Happy Friday. Wow, yeah. Urban Myth Day, Spoopy Day, yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys are all having a great day. Hi, hello. I'm having a pretty okay week. I've been excited to keep going with some Urban Myth today. We're going to be finishing episode 5 today, and we'll be ending it off there. There is episode 6, but the creators of the game don't want anyone streaming that until after April. So we're going to hold off on that for a while, but I do want to finish episode 5 today. If you guys want a quick recap, if you forgot what the heck happened. Basically, you know, the Urban Myth Dissolution Center, us, Azami, and our best buddy, van driver Jasmine, were hired by like a super like important tech company CEO because something of his got stolen. We talked to his secretary and all that stuff. We got some evidence. We did our identification with the boy. Oh, you know, touch the book. And we figured out that it was a doppelganger. My favorite and my least favorite. They're really creepy. Anyway, later that night on our first day working with him, he goes to his room and finds his doppelganger. And he's just kind of like, and he, you know, appropriately shits his pants. Not literally, but you get the point. And now we're over at his house investigating his room and trying to figure out if there's something else going on here. Because with the Urban Myth Dissolution Center, things are not always as supernatural as they seem. But that might not be a good thing. Anyway, that is enough yap. Yeah. Hello, fellow HG. Anyone else is liking? Hi. I hope you guys are all doing great. I think I'm ready to go. Thumbs up. Am I ready? Is my game selected? Yes. Okay. Yay, my controller works. Sometimes Steam doesn't make my controller work. Anyway, we're here. Yeah. Book. I think I planned out enough, so like we should have a good amount of content for today to get through. I think does it give me the little? No, it doesn't give me the summary. This is a really funny picture. Oh yeah, also doppelgangers. If you see your doppelganger, the rumor is you're supposed to die. Something like that. So, you know, you might be in danger. Maybe. Maybe other people will die too if you look at the doppelganger. Anyway. Worried about the boss man? Oh yeah, that's right. Mr. Bossman's like having a tea party or whatever, so he's not gonna be able to talk to us for a while. So that's kind of unreassuring. But it's okay, it's fine. It's fine. Yes. I'll search for him on my end. Got connections that could help. Oh god, that's a lot. Jasmine, how do you feel about this case? Well, Kurosawa ran into his doppelganger pretty quick. But he's weirdly calm. Kind of fishy if you ask me. Fishy? I want to keep an eye on what the dude says and does. About the investigation? You know the drill, yeah? Maybe? Talk to each witness, confirm their claims, figuring out the doppelganger's actions and motives. You got this. Yes! You're so supportive! I'm so happy. About the director. Yeah, I asked someone I know for tracking help. Nothing substantial so far. Thank you, Jasmine. No need to thank me. You're like a worried patient or something. You're gonna stop the eliminate card prophecies, right? Come on and show the director how it's done. Right, let's do this. You're so supportive. A series of trophies and awards on display. So many of them. Kurosawa-san must really be talented. Prefectural Junior High Kendo Tournament, 10th place. High School Speech Contest, Judges Award, silver medal. Business idea contest, college category, second place. So Kurosawa-san was a high achiever since his school days. Japan Corporate Excellence Award, Information Technology, E-Tech Priority. Silver Award, 100K subscribers. Dude, bro's got a silver play button? I'm gonna show me up like that, what the hell, man? 5 Society. Gold Award, 1 million subscribers, 5 Society. Incredible. The channel's called 5 Society. I wanna try and keep that in my noggin for later. I'll forget immediately, don't worry. What was it called again? Excuse me, we're from the Myth Dissolution Center. Could I talk to you for a minute? Myth. I gotta figure out a good voice for her. Myth Dissolution Center. I'm not gonna do that. She doesn't look old. She kind of looks old, but not that old. But she seems like worn down, you know? Myth Dissolution Center. Feeling kind of nervous. Ah, yes. Mr. Kurosawa mentioned you. If I can be of any help. My name is Honda Civic. Sorry. I work as a housekeeper here. I don't know why my face feels so stuffy. I don't know, that doesn't make any sense. My face just feels stuffy today. So my center frame. That looks a little better, I think. I don't know. Anyway. May I ask what happened yesterday? Someone who looked just like Kurosawa-san came here. Someone just like him. She's deep in thought. It was around 8 o'clock last night. Mr. Kurosawa came home, and I immediately went to his room. I was preparing his dinner when I heard the entrance open again. I looked out and Mr. Kurosawa was standing there. I think I told him that I thought he'd already come home. What did Kurosawa-san do? He went to his room, then soon after I heard him yelling. Yelling? Like, when someone's surprised. Mr. Kurosawa came out of his room immediately afterwards. Come out? He's gay? I don't know if liking yourself is gay. Fellas, is it gay to love yourself? Sorry. I hope you're doing well at the flow. Gonna shoot. Mr. Kurosawa came out of his room immediately afterwards. And another Mr. Kurosawa followed him out shortly after. And by that time, the first Mr. Kurosawa had disappeared into thin air. I couldn't believe my eyes. I see. Did you look inside Kurosawa-san's room? I'm only in charge of cleaning for all the other rooms. I was told that Mr. Kurosawa's room has various things he can't show anyone else. When I first came here as a housekeeper, I was told that entering Mr. Kurosawa's room was strictly forbidden. Ugh. If you're gender fluid, I guess it's not gay, but otherwise it probably is. I don't know. It depends on how you define gay. Because if you're gender fluid, it's not, you're still loving yourself, right? So like, I don't have the expertise to explain this, but you know what I mean, right? If I say 5 equals 5 and I say 1, never mind, I'm dropping this. Gay is happiness, true. You know what? You got me there. All right, I see. Honda-san, when did you start working here as a housekeeper? You seem accustomed to this job. When did I start? He's really intense. Is it just me? I've been a housekeeper for a long while, but I started working here recently. Oh, really? I'm old, but still need to work to pay my bills, you see. Also, hi, Scotty! Got my iron tested. No one told me they drew blood from my vein. That's how they draw blood. Yes. They don't like punch you and then collect the blood dripping out of your skull. I get it from your veins. That's where most of the blood is. You think the iron in your body is on my wrist? I'm not doing this joke. Anyway, I'm old, but I still need to work to pay my bills, you see. I could do with a little raise if you catch my drift. Oh, would Mr. Kurosawa fire me if he heard this? She doesn't seem to be kidding at all. Just checking. Did you speak in any way with the first Kurosawa-san that came home? In any way? As in, did you talk at all? Just react as usual, I believe. I greeted him with a welcome home, Mr. Kurosawa. And he gave me a small nod and headed to his room. So you didn't have any conversation. Understood. Thank you. The first Kurosawa-san probably was the doppelganger. The one that yelled wasn't the doppelganger. I have an idea of the doppelganger's actions, but what is its goal? A photo of Kurosawa-san. Might be one from a while ago. He looks a bit different from now. There's some writing on the trophy he's holding. National College Debate Contest. First place, Inugami University Debate Club. Wow, winning this is amazing, but also, Inugami, that's my uni. I was like, that seems very familiar. So Kurosawa-san went there too. I mean, you guys like all kind of live in the same place. There's not that many universities around. That's not really that surprising, but I digress. Excuse me, just a moment of your time, please. Who the heck are you anyway? I may be able to help in some way. Huh? I love getting to do the bratty teen voice. It's so much fun. I haven't done it in a while. Let me take a sip of water. Got my schedule for my final trimester today, and I have classes at 1500 on Wednesday, and that's when the Switch 2 presentation is in European, so I can't watch live. I don't think I can either, so don't feel bad. I think I have classes that morning. Womp womp. But what I might do is I might just like, you know, like super duper silence my phone, never check anything, and like watch it as soon as I get home and record it or something. And then maybe turn it into a YouTube video. Depends on what they announce. If it's like lukewarm stuff, then I'm gonna be like, okay, well, I mean, I'm happy I recorded it, but like if it's some crazy shit like introducing Tomodachi City, you know, I'm gonna, you know, I'll lose my mind. Anyway. Big team afternoon. Oh yeah, there's a new fest. That's right. I'll talk about it more when we do the Splatoon Sunday stream, but I already have an idea on what team I'm picking. I'm not gonna say which one though. Well, you guys might be able to figure it out. I don't know. Oh, I didn't mean to move my mouse. There you go. All right, let's keep going. What's the fest? What time of the day are you most productive? Morning, afternoon, or night? And to that I say, you forgot the fourth option. I'm not productive. I'm from the Myth Dissolution Center. And what the heck is that, eh? What does this fest have to do with spring? Don't think about it so hard, man. It don't matter. What was the last fest? I actually don't remember. What was the last fest? Not the chocolate one, the other one. The Frosty Fest. I don't remember what it was. What was the last Frosty Fest? Oh, it's completely disappearing from my brain. I'm actually annoyed. I should know. Oh yeah, what gift do you like to get the most? That's right. That's right. What team did I pick for that? Did I pick money? I better have picked money. Or was it experiences? Maybe I picked experiences. That's whatever. Gotta do the right thing. Feeding in. All right. Let's go back to the game. I'm too distracted. I'm too distracted.
There's been something strange happening around Kurosawa-san recently. It seems someone who looks just like him is up to no good.
If this is serious talk, that's pretty laughable.
It's true. There was evidence of that intruder in the CEO's office too. And I saw it too, or its shadow, so we're pretty sure it's real.
Sheesh, is this a reality show or something?
Could we ask you your name, please?
Aika, he's his girlfriend. And what's he doing inviting girls to his place anyway? He did this before too, and we had a huge fight, and I haven't forgiven him yet.
I'm just here for work. Nothing to worry about. Nothing.
Nothing to worry about, huh? Nothing. I don't know why I said it like that. You're weird. What was your name again?
Asami Fukurai.
Okay then, Zamzam. What you need? I like Zamzam.
Zamzam? Aika-san, strange things have been happening around Kurosawa-san recently. We're worried about Kurosawa-san's safety. And maybe you could be in danger too.
Why is she like, oi?
Oi, wait, that's not so funny. Wait, are you serious?
I don't know why it's making me laugh, man.
Very serious. Kurosawa-san might have told you. The message you received were probably from his doppelganger.
Huh? So those nonsense texts he sent me the other day weren't from Yuan Booz, but from someone else?
I believe so, yes. I'd like to ask you something else about the doppelganger.
Huh? What?
Have you ever talked to him over the phone directly?
Nah, nope, just those DMs.
See, just his messages. Maybe it's true that doppelgangers don't talk.
Doppelgangers don't talk.
Could you tell us in detail what you experienced?
Like a few days ago, you DMs me. First I thought, who the heck is this? He usually calls, but hey.
I see, it was from Kurosawa-san's actual account. Hey Aika, remember when you came to my place? Is this it? Looks like he was asking something.
It was super creepy. Got on my nerves after a while, so I deleted most of it.
Ah, that explains it.
Why would you delete it?
What was he asking you about?
Like something about that hard drive in Yuya's room?
A hard drive?
I asked him about it too. It said something about a black box-like drive or whatever. I said, how should I know about that? It's your room, don't ask me.
Yeah, true.
Right? So I figured something was up and came to check. Those DMs were from an imposter. I don't get what's going on.
I'll recheck with Kurosawa-san about this.
Ask about the messages. Why night? Makes a little site and somebody's productive at night. My brother in Christ. You know how many people pull all-nighters to like finish schoolwork or whatever? I don't know. That's a lot of toxic. What a shame. Hope you're doing well. I forgot I actually added alert command.
I need notes on the people I met. Aika-san is Kurosawa-san's girlfriend and was at his place when we arrived. How is it that she suddenly came to Kurosawa-san's place?
Because of the messages from the imposter.
Yeah, she received fake messages through Kurosawa-san's hacked account, so she came over to check. Surprised that someone could hack Kurosawa-san's account. Can't be easy. What kind of super hacker could pull that off?
You know I'm a super hacker? Aika, Yuya Kurosawa's girlfriend. She has a strong personality and I'm a bit intimidated by her. She receives strange DMs even though they usually don't talk using messages. That's the room in question?
Mundane everyday trash can. It's pretty packed. Old documents maybe? What's this? photo, crumpled and rolled up. Is this the same photo as the one on display? No, it's longer sideways. Wait, this person on the right. Tsutomu Kisaragi? Why? Why would Kurosawa-san be in a photo with Dr. Kisaragi? I need to ask Kurosawa-san.
For a recap, by the way, Kisaragi is the guy who wrote like the occult book and like, you know, himself. So a little weird because he's also like very much associated with the Great Reset, which is, you know, the biggest looming mystery.
This computer is huge. Lots of glowing lights. Is this one of those gaming rigs?
Sorry, I don't know why that's funny.
I didn't think the doppelganger would try to contact Aika. I've briefed my housekeeper, so kindly talk to both of them. Understood. Excuse me. May I ask about what happened yesterday? Oh, yeah, sure. When I got home last night, the housekeeper looked at me funny and said she thought I had already come home. I had no idea what she meant, but when I came to this room... The doppelganger was there? Exactly. Looked just like me. Except the eyes were just sockets without eyeballs in them. Just stood there in shock, and he took off. I see. Have you noticed anything unusual since you saw the doppelganger? Like a massive headache or something? Haha, you're thinking I might die because I met my doppelganger. Oh, you know about that? Nothing seems wrong with my health. That reminds me, you met my secretary yesterday, right? Kiyomoto-san, you mean? Yes, she seems to have skipped work today without permission. HR tried to call her, but she's not picking up. Huh? Our staff is looking for her. I'll let you know if I hear anything. Kiyomoto-san has met the doppelganger, so... Is this because of the doppelganger too?
Found a clue, secretary unresponsive.
About the messages that Aika-san received. Oh yeah, those. They weren't from you, right? Of course not. My account got hacked. It happens. I've taken measures to fix the situation. I see. So does that mean the doppelganger was using your account? I don't know who the culprit was. But this is embarrassing as a tech company CEO.
You know, it's totally possible that he went into your house and then used your computer to send the messages. I don't know. Messages were from the doppelganger. Assuming we just believe his word, but you know, whatever.
Kurosawa-san, did you know Tsutomu Kisaragi? Why all of a sudden? Well,
Wait, wasn't he dead? You die if you see your doppelganger, right? That's how the rumor goes. But with our Myth Dissolution Center, the rumors and myths aren't exactly translated to reality one-to-one. And it's those discrepancies that, you know, start to reveal the truth behind the matter. We've heard rumors that the people, if you see your own doppelganger, you die. We've even seen rumors where, like, if you see another someone else's doppelganger, you can die. And that the latter might be true considering the secretary's gone missing.
Found a photo of you with Dr. Kisaragi in your trash can. Is that from when you were a student? Well, yes. He was the advisor for a sports team I was in back in uni. So that's why. But what does that have to do with this case? And why are you even searching through my garbage? I never asked you to do that. Oh, right. I'm sorry. I'd thought I'd thrown away all those photos. But why was the photo in the garbage? Your guess is as good as mine. I noticed it lying around yesterday. To think that you dig that up. It was lying around? So if it wasn't Kurosawa-san or the housekeeper, did the doppelganger leave it there? Why would it do that? Takes a tech CEO to have such a huge safe at home. If the doppelganger was after something, this might be it.
All right. I think it might be time for some glasses gameplay. So let's do that.
The shadow, it's different from the usual ones. This must be the doppelganger. Is it trying to do something to the safe? The shadow seems to be looking at me and laughing. Too scary. I should check for the traces of the safe being tampered with.
Examine the safe.
The shadow is a doppelganger. Looks different somehow. It's near the computer, but what is it doing? Can't make out exactly what he's doing with his hands. But it looks like he's taking something out or away from the computer? I should figure out what it could have been. What could have been around the computer?
Check the computer. Let's see if there's any more over here. Yeah, that checks out.
I see two shadows. Could they be Kurosawa-san and the doppelganger? So I'm seeing their shadows overlapping from when they came home last night. You really look alike when compared like this. But I can somehow tell which one is the doppelganger. I wonder why. And again, the doppelganger's shadow. But it does seem like it's watching me. It's supposed to be just a trace. How is it doing this? Reminds me, I need to check with the housekeeper about what the doppelganger did.
Check with the housekeeper. Nice.
Can I talk to you for a minute? I'll keep it short. Did you notice anything unusual or peculiar about the Kurosawa-san who came home first?
Peculiar? How old is this game? This game is like a month old. But it is by a Japanese studio. It was localized into English. And a few other languages actually. I'm pretty sure there's also like I don't know all the languages off the top of my head, but there's more than just like English and Japanese. There's a few others.
Peculiar? Yes. I can't imagine that the first Mr. Kurosawa I saw might be someone else. As far as I could tell, it most certainly was the Mr. Kurosawa I know. I see. Thank you.
Found a clue, the same face as Kurosawa.
Any notes on the people I met? Honda-san works as a housekeeper at Kurosawa-san's place. When did she say she started working here?
Was it recently? I think is it recently? I actually don't know. I don't remember it anymore. I don't know. I want to say recently. Yeah.
Yes, she started working here recently too. I wonder if Kurosawa-san tends to overwork his staff.
Yeah, cruel tech CEO. Grr. Honda the housekeeper. A housekeeper working at Kurosawa-san's home. She takes care to inform her employer when preparing meals or handling other tasks. After seeing Kurosawa-san return home one day, she saw him come home a second time. Yeah. Does the girlfriend have anything to say?
Could I bother you again?
What? Not done yet?
The messages you received were probably sent by the doppelganger. Kurosawa-san's account seems to have been hacked.
Hacked? Yuya Kurosawa, CEO of a security company, getting hacked? Haha, loser. That's what it seems like. That is hilariously ironic.
And who exactly is that doppel or whatever? An ex of Yuya's? Ex? It's more like a copy of the person?
I don't get it. But isn't this a dumped ex trying to get back at Yuya or something?
Well, I don't know for sure. Is this not an occult case, but an angry ex case?
Probably not. Found a clue. Kurosawa asking about his own room.
I think the doppelganger was fiddling around with this. There's a USB cable dangling here, but nothing's connected to it.
What the USB cable was connected to.
doppelganger was staring at the safe. Was anything stolen from it? I should check with the housekeeper, Honda-san, whether the doppelganger had anything in his hands. I should also ask Kurosawa-san to check the contents of his safe.
Ask about the safe.
Can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
Have you noticed whether anything was stolen? And did you check the contents of your safe?
I haven't checked thoroughly, so that is a possibility.
That safe is huge and stands out, so you might want to make sure.
Indeed. Actually, I'm a bit busy right now, so could you check the safe yourself?
What, me?
Yes, please. I should have contracts, watches, and some gold in there. The combination is 5666. So please, go ahead.
Oh, understood.
You better change that shit, bro. I'm robbing your shit after this case.
Isn't that careless of him? Or does he have a reason?
Check the contents of the safe. We'll do it in a second. I want to check the housekeeper first. Housekeeper! Oh, that's the pictures. There you go.
When the first Kurosawa-san came out, was he holding anything?
Holding anything?
Like a wad of bills or expensive looking jewelry?
No, I don't remember him carrying anything of the sort. Do you mean Mr. Kurosawa's room has such things in it?
Well, I wouldn't know.
And again, he wouldn't have that huge safe if he didn't.
Huh?
Hmm? Is there something wrong?
Well, if she's never been in the room, how does she know about the safe?
Found a clue, suspicious housekeeper. Sus! Sorry, I felt my floor vibrate doing that, man. Alright, let's open the safe.
Is it really okay to open this? Let's see, 5666. It's open. How will I know if everything is in here? Contracts, watches, actual gold bars? I guess nothing has been stolen.
Found a clue, nothing stolen from the safe.
Need to think things over a bit. Doppelganger who appeared at the CEO's office showed up at Kurosawa-san's place as well. Enter Kurosawa-san's room. Maybe to lie in wait for Kurosawa-san himself?
Kurosawa-san did indeed encounter the doppelganger. Yet it could have waited for him anywhere, including the entrance.
Which means there could have been a reason it was in Mr. Kurosawa-san's room.
Doesn't seem to have touched any of the valuables.
It sent messages to Aika-san too. I wonder what it was trying to do.
The goal seems to have been to get the hard drive that was connected to the cable in Mr. Kurosawa-san's room. Hell yeah.
The goal seems to have been to get the hard drive that was connected to the cable in Kurosawa-san's room. Yes, that must be it. I'm not sure what an HDD is.
Hard disk drive. Come on, man.
But judging from the messages Aika-san received, that must be it. Maybe I should ask Aika-san about what exactly an HDD looks like.
Found a clue. What was stolen?
Could I bother you again?
What? Not done yet?
Aika-san, about the HDD.
Hey, I wouldn't know, okay?
Yes, but it would help to know what kind of shape it was. It was near the computer connected with the cable and around the size of a lunchbox.
Oh, yeah. It was a black box with a sticker on it that said 5 or something. Oh, maybe it's the footage from his BooTube channel.
A 5? Not sure about that, but might be it. Kurosawa-san might recognize that. We should check with him. By the way, do you know if any of Kurosawa-san's ex-girlfriends might know a lot about HDDs?
How should I know?
Of course, sorry.
HDD with a sticker.
Kurosawa-san, do you know about an HDD? With a sticker with the number 5?
Huh?
Wait, he's really surprised.
What about it?
Seems like the doppelganger's goal was to get that HDD. What does HDD stand for, by the way? Kurosawa-san, about the HDD?
HDDs are storage media. You can save a large amount of photos, music, or videos on them.
I see, then it might have had something stored on it that the doppelganger wanted, which is why it was stolen.
Would the Urban Myth Dissolution Center be able to recover it for me?
I can't say for sure, at least not immediately.
Worst case, destroying the HDD works too. I would appreciate it if you could prevent the contents from leaking out.
I can't promise anything.
Found a clue. Kurosawa-san wants the HDD destroyed?
So, figure out why doppelgangers came here? Doppelganger seems to have stolen an HDD from Kurosawa-san's computer.
An HDD?
Just the HDD, without touching the gold bars or other valuables. Kurosawa-san even asked us to destroy it if we need to.
Yeah, don't agree to it. Those requests lead to complaints later on. So it came from the HDD. Wonder what's inside.
Also, Kiyomoto-san, the secretary. She skipped work without saying anything and isn't answering. Could she be?
Could meeting someone's doppelganger bring death to others as well?
Kurosawa-san said his staff is looking for her, but I hope nothing's happened to her. Kurosawa-san and Honda-san, the housekeeper, have both met the doppelganger in this house.
Yeah, might not be safe. I'll go grab the van, so tell Kurosawa and the housekeeper to be on their guard.
Understood.
This is cute. We haven't seen this still in a while. Got some rest, Sammy. We're on standby until Kurosawa updates us.
Gotcha. Thank you, Jasmine. What is this place? It's dark, but so loud.
I don't want to see or hear. I'm scared. No. Help me.
Yeah, this is way too loud. We should go somewhere quieter.
Miss Zombie. Miss Zombie.
Director? Ah! No! No!
Oh. God. I didn't like that. Oh no, they know how to talk.
Sammy, you awake? Eve?
Dozing off again?
Huh? What the? Oh, I was just zoned out for a bit there.
Stop falling asleep while we're talking. Kurosawa sent in this stupid request, so we need to get planning.
I'm sorry, I had this weird dream. Anyway, you were saying the doppelganger had actually shown up before the CEO office intrusion?
Yep, turned up a week ago in the UTech's HQ server room. Which makes 3 sightings: server room, CEO's office, CEO's home. Sure gets around for an anomaly.
By the way, we haven't heard from the director yet. Everything is okay.
It's looking like we might need to do the dissolution ourselves, eh?
I'll practice manifesting the eye opener and unlocking it.
No idea what you're talking about. UTech HQ coming up. Time for investigator mode.
Yes.
Are we doing social media? Oh, we're not. Server room.
Kurosawa-san, you mentioned the doppelganger was here a week ago?
Yeah, it seems like it showed up in the server room. No reports of anything stolen or sabotaged so far.
Can I ask what this room is for?
This is our server room where we store important data for our clients. It's usually off limits to external parties. My main concern is why the intruder targeted this server room. Since it's appeared in our buildings twice already, it may have hostile intentions towards our company. I hope you can find out why it came here.
Understood.
By the way, I asked you to look for the HDD stolen from my home. Could you give me a status report on that first?
Actually, our job is to investigate urban myths. Looking for stolen property is not quite what we...
Well, it looks like our understanding of the requests in your work aren't aligned.
Hey, when did we agree to change our service plan?
And you are?
Just a part-time helper. If you have an additional request for lost property searches, I'll check with management. We're not in the position to make those kinds of decisions ourselves, especially for this kind of pseudo-police work. Never know what might turn out illegal, really. Can write up a theft report for the police.
Actually, we've had a lot going on with all these strange incidents. Please forget about the stolen item for now. We'll handle that ourselves. Just continue with investigating the urban myth element, if that works for you.
Oh, okay.
Please check with the server engineer and security guard about what happened to you.
Okay, we will.
Poor Zami's so frazzled.
Thank you, Jasmine. Why did Kurosawa-san's tone change all of a sudden?
Leave those situations to me. Anyway, he's showing his true colors.
He almost forced that responsibility on us.
Let's move on. First, you need to know what appeared here.
Next, why I came here specifically. I'll keep an eye out for what Kurosawa's up to while we investigate.
Oh god, my brain broke. Alright. So we're talking to Jasmine. So worry about Kurosawa. Around Kurosawa, okay?
About the doppelganger that appeared in the server room. Any thoughts?
For a doppelganger, this one doesn't seem that supernatural. This one came for the server room. The stolen item from the CEO's place was an HDD. Oh yeah, and the card-like device is stolen from the CEO office.
The item stolen from the CEO office is some kind of device. All I heard was that it's red and card-like.
Oh, guess I shouldn't assume then.
Any leads you're aware of?
Not too sure. Might be something, but nah, not confident just yet.
I see. Let me know if you figured out anything.
She definitely has an idea.
The doppelganger must have a goal. It's like it's targeting something.
We keep working this case, and it turns out the Illuminate cards are related.
If they are...
I'll need a bit more info, Zami. Give me that info.
On it.
Really sorry about earlier.
Oh, it's okay.
Force of habit from the negotiation table.
Okay.
That's bullshit. You shut your dumb ass up.
Could you tell me about what happened here in detail?
1 week ago, late at night, the doppelganger showed up here, though nothing was taken. Please ask our server engineer in this room's security guard for specifics. I was out of the office working on something else, so I wasn't aware of what happened.
Understood. I'll check with the engineer and security guard.
Oh, by the way,
Did you remember something?
you have this special power, right? I seem to have lost my fountain pen when I came here this morning.
Your fountain pen?
You're good at finding such things, aren't you?
Well, kinda.
It's actually a very special pen for me. Could you try looking for it? It was a gift from my father.
From your father? You definitely should try to find it then.
Exactly. Would you mind?
It should be in this room somewhere. Somewhere.
Oh god, my brain forgot to make it a question.
I'll have a look. I wanted to ask about Kiyomoto-san. You mentioned she wasn't answering calls?
Kimoto. Oh, my secretary. Oh, yes, I'd forgotten to mention this. We haven't been able to contact her. I asked HR to check on her home, but they couldn't find her, so she might be missing.
Huh?
Maybe that secretary job was physically demanding in some ways. But disappearing with no word or warning.
I don't think that's what's going on. Meeting the doppelgangers of other people can kill you too.
Haha, that's pushing it a bit, no? I met mine 2 days ago, but nothing has happened. Though that reminds me.
That reminds you.
It's just that our housekeeper didn't show up this morning, and hasn't contacted us either.
You just remembered that shit?
Your housekeeper? Honda-san? Is she okay? Your secretary, Kiyomoto-san, and now your housekeeper, Honda-san, both recently encountered your doppelganger. It's really strange that they're going missing like this.
Well, actually, there are lots of irresponsible people in the world. And why am I totally unaffected?
Well...
I wouldn't worry too much about the doppelganger rumors.
Wait, so that wasn't why you requested the center's help?
On a clue, housekeeper is missing too. God. Oh, wrong button. There you go.
Looks like a shelf for sewing connection cables and tools. Quite a lot of stuff kept here. Hello, we're from the Myth Dissolution Center.
Oh, hello. I'm Nakata. I handle UTech priorities, server room, admins and maintenance.
Are the servers those large machines in the back?
Yes, those shelves hold hundreds of servers, and I'm in charge of them.
Oh, I see. Makes sense.
Also, Joseph, welcome to stream.
Could you tell me about your work?
I work in UTech server room, here in the headquarters. I oversee and maintain the server's hardware, and also handle troubleshooting.
Are you always here?
I'm actually pretty new to the company. Not always, though. I often do come down and handle things here.
I see, thank you. Could you recap what happened a week ago at night?
That day I was handling our regular monthly server maintenance, among other things.
So it was your monthly special day where the servers get their beauty time?
I guess, yeah, something like that. The CEO showed up during that time, a little past midnight, I think. He came in and just, knowing I was busy at work, he just gave me a wave.
Like, don't mind me, carry on or something?
Yes, exactly. So I was focusing on the maintenance process and other tasks.
Did you notice anything unusual?
Unusual? Let me think. Well, he acted just like the CEO usually does when we see him around the office.
You know what exactly he was doing?
That would be, No, I don't really know. He seemed to be working on something, but was gone when I looked up.
Wow, these servers are almost a wall of their own. Wouldn't fit in my place. I wonder if folks working on their PCs need to have them at home.
Wait, what does that mean? So we need 7 whole clues. I'm so sorry about that. Let's continue. I needed to check something. All right. Oh God, we got a peephole security guard.
We're from the Myth Dissolution Center. May I talk to you for a bit?
Yes, heard from the CEO. Inoue here. Security for the server room. Please ask me anything, yes.
Inoue-san, could you tell me about your job?
Yes, I'm in charge of security from UTech server room. We handle important data such as personal information, yep.
I see. A week ago at midnight, we heard that someone came to the server room.
Oh yes, the CEO's doppelganger? Yes.
Exactly. Could you tell me everything you saw at that time?
Well, I don't really understand this doppelganger thing. There's someone who looks just like the CEO. I find that hard to believe, just like that, yep.
I know it sounds ridiculous, but we're sure an entity like that is out there. Things have been stolen from the CEO's office in Kurosawa-san's home. Yep.
That's cute.
We would appreciate your help, especially to prevent any further incidents.
I always get accidents and incidents mixed up in my head. That makes sense. Yep, I see. It was just past midnight on that day, I think. CEO just showed up like that, yep.
Does Kurosawa-san usually come by at those hours?
No, it's rare that he even comes to the server room. Our server engineer Nakata was here too, yep.
I see. So what was Kurosawa-san doing here?
He entered the server room and seemed to be doing something inside. But I didn't see what exactly.
All right, I see.
That was kind of worthless.
So about the servers, is the big one the server, or are the various pieces sticking out the servers? The server has glass doors but no locks.
It's an interesting detail to note. All right, let's Glasses gaming it up. Oh dear.
Looks just like Kurosawa-san. This one's the doppelganger. Seems to be doing something to the servers?
I like that she was hesitant on the plural.
The shadow looks just like Kurosawa-san, but it's actually the doppelganger, I think. Yes, positive. He's standing there all confident like it's his own company. Means the security guard saw this doppelganger too, right? Shadow, which looks just like Kurosawa-san. I'm starting to see the differences. This one must be the doppelganger. It's staring at the server? It's looking this way and laughing. Scary. I don't know what this server is. The doppelganger seems fixed on it.
Maybe it's the server that contained his data?
The shadow is probably Kurosawa-san's. He looks different from the doppelganger. Yes, definitely Kurosawa-san himself, not the doppelganger. Looks like he's placing something on the tool shelf. Maybe he put the pen here and forgot it? Need to check.
Search the tool shelf. All right. Kurosawa guy. He seems... Keep an eye out too.
Sounds great.
Oh yeah, she has something new.
Yes, anything you need. Let me know anytime.
Oh, what the? Oh, I need to check the shelf first, idiot.
The shadow was around here. There it is, an expensive looking fountain pen. Why would he put it here of all places? Did he hide it on purpose? Anyway, let's get this back to Kurosawa-san.
Found a clue, the fountain pen found in the toolbox.
We're still looking into the intruder's motive, but here's your fountain pen. It was right on the tool shelf.
Ah, that power of yours, it's real. This should work then.
Yeah, he did it on purpose, I had a feeling.
Huh?
Just talking to myself. Please carry on with your investigation.
Found a clue, found the fountain pen.
Nakata-san?
Yes.
Nothing new. Oh, there you go.
It's in a glass compartment with a solid looking door and lock. Tight security here. Doppelganger Shadow was looking at the server. I wonder what's stored in it. Maybe I should check with the server engineer.
I'm gonna check the other stuff too. Get nothing here. Answer the server engineer.
There's a server with a lock. What's stored in it? Are you thinking that maybe the doppelganger was aiming for the content of that server?
The server's content? I can't really tell you that due to security protocols. I could, but I'd need permission from the CEO, so...
I need notes on the people I met. Nakata-san is the engineer in charge of the server room. When the doppelganger showed up, what was he doing?
Strip, rock, paper, scissors? How do you think of that? What is strip, rock, paper, scissors, bro? What? Alright, hold on. I gotta screenshot this for later. This is too funny. There you go. Strip, rock, paper, scissors is crazy, bro.
Yes, he was working on a monthly server maintenance.
I was half asleep. Well, good morning. Team Scissors, to be honest. Hashtag Team Scissors. Hashtag Teams. They should run that fest back. They should totally run that fest back. That fest was goated. Honestly, top 5 themes. Anyway.
Was it a coincidence that the doppelganger came on that day or not?
Nakata, the engineer in charge of the server room, handles maintenance and troubleshooting. The CEO appeared late at night and greeted him with a wave of the hand. Was there some meaning to the gesture? Not particularly, I imagine, but is that the point?
There's a server with a lock. What kind of data is stored in it? Could the doppelganger be trying to steal that information?
I don't even know what that means, to be honest. No, it's like strip Fortnite challenge, but you're doing it with rock, paper, scissors. So like if you lose, you have to take off clothes.
Could the doppelganger be trying to steal that information? Nakata-san mentioned the doppelganger was doing something to the server.
I see. Please check with our server engineer about the specifics. You can tell him I gave you permission. And even if the doppelganger is indeed after the server's content, the data within is encrypted.
You mean it should be safe?
Yes, however, I'm concerned that our engineer hadn't mentioned that so far.
Why is that?
All hands-on server processes are up to the team in charge, so I wouldn't be accessing anything directly myself.
I see. I'll check with Nakata-san about that. Kurosawa-san said you're allowed to tell us about the server's content. Also, I think he's a bit worried about why you hadn't informed him that the doppelganger tampered with the server.
What?
Me? Well, to be honest, I felt that the CEO was acting strange that day. I asked him what he was doing, but he didn't even answer me.
So you did feel something was off?
Yes, and to answer your question, that server is for government-related matters. It contains the National Police Agency's information system.
The National Police?
Issues with that server tend to be complicated. So, to be honest, I prefer not to cause any issues by speaking up.
I see.
And please, it's strictly off the record that it's for the police's information system. So it's not like I had any other intentions. I'm sorry. And either way, it takes special authentication access to that system. So the intruder shouldn't have been able to extract any data. I'm assuming it's a fingerprint or Face ID.
So in order to do anything with the server's content, you'd need to clear the authentication?
That's right. So I bet the intruder probably got this far, then gave up and left. Please pass that on to the CEO.
Understood. Thank you for explaining. I wonder if the server near the back walls is all right. Doppelganger was trying to do something to it. Maybe I should look at it through the glasses?
Found a clue. Lock server contains National Police info. I didn't mean to do that. How do they run back Idlefest? Basically the same thing as RPS and has a bit more meaning to it. Disagree. I think the best fests are fests that are like completely superfluous, but they're still arguable. You know what I mean? Like that's why I really like front roll, back roll, because like it's a super pointless argument, but it's an argument that people have strong opinions for regardless. You know what I mean? Those are like the most fun because like no one realistically cares, but it's still like fun to defend. You know? I know I'm not like in the majority when I say that, but I find those fests to be the most like interesting.
This doppelganger, what is it doing to the server? It's touching something, connecting a cable to the server? Wait, is that even safe for the server? Should I worry?
Okay. Let's check in with the tech. No? Okay, am I missing something?
Can I ask you something?
Yes, can I help you?
Is there anything unusual about Kurosawa-san?
Well, he was just like his usual everyday self. He's here today as well, but even if you told me he was the doppelganger, I wouldn't know. There's no way I could tell. Yep.
I see.
One thing though, he was there one moment and gone the next. You should ask Nakata, our server engineer, about this. He also met the CEO here last week. Oh, I mean, no, met that doppelganger thing. Here, yep.
I see, thank you. Need notes on the people I met. Inoue-san is a security guard in charge of the server room. He seems to have encountered the doppelganger, but around what time was that?
Around midnight.
Yes, right around midnight. Inoue-san and Nakata-san were working late. At that hour, there aren't any other witnesses.
Inoue, security guard. Security guard in charge of the surveillance for the server room, who talks with an energetic tone, says that the CEO showed up suddenly late at night, then vanished into thin air. We should have like one more person to get. I wonder who it is. Yeah.
Did you get a close look at Kurosawa-san's face when he appeared at midnight?
I'm not too sure, but I did look at him when he entered this room. I think he was just the usual CEO. Found a clue, the same face as Kurosawa. All right, where do I go from here? I don't know what else I can look at. So you don't have anything to say? Empty? You have nothing? No. No. Okay. All right.
The server has neither a door or a lock, so it just opens up. The doppelganger was connecting a cable to this and doing something. I need to let the server engineer know about this.
All right.
Excuse me, about the server in the back. The doppelganger might have been targeting the server in the back of the room. It seems to have connected a cable to it and then did something. Did it steal some important data, maybe?
Server in the back? You mean the one without a lock? The server in the back isn't being used yet. We'll be setting up its structure and getting it ready for actual use.
Oh, so there's no data in it that could be stolen?
Yes, it's totally empty. It's not even connected to the internet, so there's nothing that could be done with it.
So the doppelganger snuck into the server room to steal important data, but didn't find anything, so gave up? That feels off somehow. Maybe I should ask Jasmine for tips.
Found a clue, Shadow acting suspiciously. All right.
So we know quite a bit more, but also quite a bit less.
Which means...
The doppelganger came to the server room, but it seems it slipped away without taking anything this time. But in this room, there's one server, which sounds like an obvious target.
Say what? Well, you see, Darman reference?
Well, you see,
Why are you whispering?
the server contains the National Police's information system.
The National Police?
Shh.
But nothing seems to have been swiped from the server, yeah?
It seems the police info system needs special authentication to access.
Authentication? So a password. And I left this room, for now at least.
For now,
I mean, you gotta imagine he's coming back at some point. He wants that shit.
I'm more and more confused about the doppelganger's goals.
Actually, Zammy, I think I might have an idea. Question is, what type of data from the National Police is stored there?
Oh, is there a way to find out?
I think Kurosawa has taken a peek at the content at least. Gotta find a way to make him spill the beans.
Oh, wow.
Kurosawa is feigning calm, but is obsessed with whatever was taken. Then again, he's not going to just tell us if we ask. So it's a matter of, what could we tell him that would make him talk?
Gotcha, I'll think about it.
Go for it. Get Kurosawa to talk about top secret info.
Let's think things through. National Police's information stored on UTech's server. Hasn't thinks Kurosawa has peeked at the content.
Is there anything you're unsure of?
I think it's going to be hard to get him to talk.
Kurosawa-san has been hiding various pieces of information from us. If we could make him believe that we are partially aware of the truth and are in a position to help him, we may be able to get past his emotional barrier.
The doppelganger is clearly sneaking in to steal the National Police's data. It's acting in ways that an anomaly wouldn't. Is there some kind of hidden there? What could we say to catch Kurosawa-san off guard?
The blank maybe blank, who is trying to blank. The doppelganger may be a Zimmer trying to plot a terrorist attack?
The doppelganger may be a Zimmer who's trying to plot a terrorist attack. It's just a thought, but putting aside whether the doppelganger is an anomaly or not, if we hypothesize it's a Zimmer working towards a goal, things start to make sense. This is a huge slip up by Kurosawa-san's company, but he'd probably tell us if it would stop a terrorist attack. We could possibly ask Kurosawa-san outright, but that's kind of scary, honestly. I should check with Jasmine first. Just a thought about the entity we've been calling the doppelganger. Could it be a Zimmer trying to make things look like it's a doppelganger?
You think so too, Zammy? They snuck in here a week ago to snatch National Police info for their terrorist plans. They failed and realized they need a red card-like device for the heist. So they stole it from the CEO's office or something like that.
You need a device to steal the data? How do you know this?
Zammy, just trust me on this one. Go pressure Kurosawa a bit. If you want to talk, just mention that device and he should tell you everything.
Okay.
Jasmine kind of cracked? A little too cracked? Suspiciously cracked?
Kurosawa-san, about the content of the server that the doppelganger tried to hack.
I can't really tell you much. Could you just focus on the intruder's motive?
What if the intruder was a Zimmer? They've been carrying out terrorist attacks.
Yeah, tougher on your back. Let's go anti-flow. Cracked.
If they laid hands on the information, you don't know what they might do. Well, what exactly is this top secret info about?
Let's slow down a bit. As I mentioned earlier, nothing was taken during this intrusion. And you may have heard, but even if they had tried to access the server, a special authentication is needed to retrieve the data.
Oh, but the red card-like device was stolen from your office, wasn't it? Isn't that a huge concern?
I didn't think you'd find out this much. The information in that server is related to VIP protection.
VIP protection?
Info related to security measures for political figures and leaders from within Japan. And also for VIPs visiting from overseas. Security is a growing concern recently.
You mean the Zimmer terrorist activities that we see in the news? So Zimmers could plan terrorist attacks with that information?
Yes, which is why I was hoping you'd figure out who the thief is.
Also, for context, by the way, Zimmers are like the occult followers, the guys who are like, great reset, great reset, great reset. Like it's the second coming of Jesus Beist. Anyway.
Then again, you got me. Guess I underestimated you.
He's wording this as if we brought up a real zinger or something. I should update Jasmine either way. Jasmine, we know what's in the server.
You okay? You don't look so good.
It's got info on VIP protection. The intruder who came to the server room was trying to access VIP protection info. Just like you suggested. I mentioned the device to Kurosawa-san and he told me.
Okay. If it's a Zimmer, then they're definitely planning out the steps towards their goal.
This means the Zimmers have full access to security information on the VIPs, right?
You got it. This could be really bad. Found a clue. Zimmers have full access to top secret info.
Jasmine, does the situation look hopeless?
Well, the doppelganger has probably been after Kurosawa's data for a while. The server contained national police info on VIP protection.
Did the Zimmers do this to plan terrorist attacks?
Police are in danger, but we are too, now that we know. They realize the center is involved. The Zimmers may label us as threats and actively target us.
Oh no, even if we aren't doing anything to them?
Figured out their plans, that's reason enough for them to come after us. This means the boss man's silence is concerned too. A word in a while, let's hope it's not because of the Zimmers.
Do you think the director's okay?
He is in a wheelchair. Boss man's a resourceful one, so I'm not worried. I mean, he is the all-seeing eye. He can like, he can like see someone having the thought of attacking him. Either way, the Zimmers have probably already achieved their goal. Now it's up to how we and the police follow up.
I see.
Anyway, let's stop here for today. Tell them bye and head home.
Yes.
Having that stolen really messes with our plans. The red device too. And again, that girl's power. Could be useful.
Urban Myth Dissolution Center.
Really hope the director's okay.
We haven't been here since episode 0.
Assuming Jasmine's all right, I wonder what the director's doing now. Their pile of books, researching something, I guess. Cult fundamentals for dummies. Alien abduction techniques, past and present. Word without Tsutomu Kisaragi. Spice up your occultic fun. Book of the Dead according to Tsutomu Kisaragi. These are all books by Dr. Kisaragi. There's something else in the pile. Memo by the director? Server room. CEO's office. Kurosawa's home. Last line reads, Kurosawa Seiji? The doppelganger's movements. Seen with that vision? Yeep, it's time for me to go meet Jasmine.
A little sus, but at the same time, you know, Bros is the all-seeing eye. Maybe just like, you know, he's writing out a memo. He's like, I know what's gonna happen. All right, next we gotta do the dissolution. Now that he's, you know, killed the guy. A little weird. Definitely a little weird. I'm a little sus. The director might be a great reset enjoyer. You and I may great reset enjoyer. Bum bum ba-doom ba-doom bum 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 boom ba-doom bum 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 bum. Alright, let's keep going. Okay, let's get started. Any word from the boss man?
Not yet. I don't know what's going on. Seems really busy. I did find a memo listing the places we've investigated. The last line read Seiji Kurosawa.
You watch that vision, huh? Could throw us a tip or two at least. Anyway, Seiji Kurosawa is Yuya Kurosawa's father. We'll be heading to Seiji Kurosawa's home, their estate. Double guy showed up there.
You mean at Kurosawa-san's family home?
Yep, if Boston had that name written down, there must have been some clue. Seiji Kurosawa, that CEO guy has some serious lineage.
Wait, who exactly is Seiji Kurosawa?
Again, how do you not hear about things? Looking him up online will give you an idea.
Understood. I'll search for Seiji Kurosawa then.
I wonder if the Kurosawa estate might be hiding something. And that the doppelganger and Zimmers both want.
Info stored in that server room? Maybe not, since it's top secret.
What a mess if that had leaked.
Anyway, I'll go ahead and look up Seiji Kurosawa.
All right, we're back to social media research, baby! Baby! All right. Kaijiro from another dimension. Is it true that Director Kurosawa's son is Yuya Kurosawa, the CEO of UTech? I bet you he's leaving management up to someone else and just playing around.
Director Kurosawa?
I mean Seiji Kurosawa.
You were looking up Seiji-san, but info on his son came up.
His father's a big shot and the son makes a lot of money, so I'm sure a lot of people envy him. Which one gets more attention?
Wait, there's a reaction to Yuya Kurosawa?
Just looking up Director Kurosawa will probably lead to more like this. Try using keywords to narrow down the search for info on Seiji. Search keyword Yuya Kurosawa. UTech has ties with big companies and the government, so it's set for the next several years at the very least. Must be nice to have parents in in high places.
UTech does seem to be doing really well.
Must be nice not having to work that hard. I have no idea how he's pulling it off as the CEO of a tech company. A company like that getting contracts with the government, we're doomed.
Doomed? Are we really?
There are plenty of people saying that kind of thing. Ignore them. He's the real deal when it comes to skill, though. Skilled, though his business manners are something else. He'll take on work even with questionable morals. I guess you don't need to watch your back when your parents have power. Oh, that website you used to test your weapon kit knowledge a few weeks ago? I don't remember. I'd have to like dig through my likes to find it. I can try. Let me see if I can find it. I'll give it like a few minutes or like a minute. If I can scroll past all of my likes, go follow Harajuno and Blue Sky, all of my likes, where is it? I've liked too many things, man. I've liked too many things. All right, oh, I found it. There you go. It's a fun little site, what can I say? Anyway. I guess you don't need to watch your back when your parents have power. Arjuna, it's Mika, it's Blue Sky account. She has a second handle. And that's where she posts all her art on Blue Sky and Tumblr and Twitter. But Blue Sky. That's like an art handle, essentially. You know?
Sounds like he has the business skills.
Oh, I'm clicked out of the game. But no morals. That's how it goes in business. There's no place for morals. Granted that maybe that's more of an overseas perspective. That wouldn't work in Japan.
Really?
They said those who succeed in business tend to be psychopaths. I can kind of see that. UTech Priority was started only 7 years ago. Are there any other cases of companies growing so quickly?
I can't tell if people are saying good things about him or not.
Reputation seems mixed. Isn't he just a guy born into wealth? Clearly his parents hooked him up.
His parents hooked him up? That seems to come a lot.
I don't think that's the only factor in this. I'm sure those connections help a lot. Upper class citizens can get away with anything. Should that really be allowed?
Upper class aren't just allowed to do anything they want, are they?
Totally not. Plenty of people think that they can, though. Kurosawa's father, Seiji Kurosawa, is the security director of the National Police Agency. As a parent, Director Seiji Kurosawa probably just wants to protect his precious only son. How high of a rank is the security director of the National Police Agency? The very top. There are a bunch of different departments, but he's above them all. That's fascinating. He's the director of National Police Security Agency. Of the National Police Agency. A reaction, we should look into this. Yeah, he's a powerful person. We don't want to offend him. Let's look him up in advance. Which keyword? Director Seiji Kurosawa. Big boy's daddy is the police director. Explains our UTech priorities head offices in Tornomon. What do they mean by that? Guess they mean because the National Police Agency is near Tornomon? Kurosawa is untouchable. His dad is the director of security. That means his face alone can get him in places in government offices, and then daddy can cover up scandals that may arise, lol. Can he really cover up problems like that? Cover up, huh? Who knows? Not sure, but people do love their scandals. It's a reaction to scandals. You really seem to expect them. Search keyword scandals. All right, let's go to Yu Kurosawa first. Oh, okay. YouTube. Wow, I didn't think that was gonna hit. Looking for happiness at and a wife. Seiji Kurosawa, director of the National Police Security Bureau, is a big name among the elite career civil servants. Never thought he was Yuya Kurosawa's father, though. The name didn't tip you off or anything? Career civil servants? They mean civil servants with the most power. Found a clue, director of the National Police Security Bureau. Which means UTech priority shares the same connections with Seiji Kurosawa? Like how politicians often divert public funds to their family businesses? Is that really true? Who knows, but by the looks of it, his father's influence probably helps with getting work. No cap! I found evidence that director Seiji Kurosawa outsources National Police Agency cases to his son's company, UTech Priority. Take a look, GR. Wait, what? This is evidence? No, how could this be evidence? It's just some random paper used to make it look like he does. Wouldn't this normally be considered a conflict of interest? But politicians and others in power are good at hiding their tracks. Isn't that breaking the law? This means there are other ways they can evade the law. This is how all the money ends up staying with the upper class. Nothing trickles down. These systems have been in place for how many years now? We need to dismantle them now. GR! Jasmine, this person. It did give Zimmer vibes. That's the issue with Anon accounts. We can't prove anything. Seiji Kurosawa was up there in age when his only son came along. Of course he'd do all he could to support his son in starting a company, even if he did do a few bad things. But the police wouldn't do bad things, would they? Or course not. Or course not? I think that was a typo. Prioritizing your family business is deemed wrong in society, but if you had that power, I bet you'd do it too, lol. Really? Would you? If you were to go to work for the government and work your way up the ranks, wouldn't you want to find a way to work with me and Bossman again? When you put it like that, you could avoid that question with a smile and then you'd make a good politician. This country is falling apart because of people like that at the top. How long has this been going on? Kurosawa and his son should be punished by any means necessary. Is that how it is? Any means necessary. That's a Zimmer-like statement. Kurosawa is funneling public money into his son's business. That is an issue, but there's no proof. Proof? They're right. Legally speaking, as long as he isn't vastly overpaying, they're in the clear. Even so, they wouldn't look great. The father at the head of police and the son's company getting government work, it's highly probable that that's what they're up to. Highly probable? Almost completely certain. Let's search some other stuff up. Let's do Yuri Kurosawa and scandals because it's probably gonna hit. Yep. Aged liquor. Yuya Kurosawa had a few scandals during his streamer days, but he turned a new leaf after starting UTech. So he was up to no good when he was younger? He's still young though. I heard he's on his best behavior even at hostess bars and clubs. People really can change. He hasn't had a single scandal since becoming UTech CEO.
His best behavior?
Guess that means he isn't a violent drunk. Total opposite of Beauty Jin. Yo, Beauty Jin reference. They're just covering up all the scandals. That's easy for the head of police, right?
Is it easy to cover up scandals?
Can't be that easy. He has always been good at getting away with things, lol.
Getting away with things? How would this person know that?
Maybe they know him personally? Hard to believe him though. When he was a streamer, I feel like he didn't have as many scandals as others. His scandals weren't that bad, guys. Are you trying to defend my washed goat?
Is that so?
I see, maybe he's the type who's careful about these things. But if you ask the staff at restaurants he goes to, everyone has a good impression of him. Like, he's very humble and sweet.
So there are good impressions.
It's only from a few moments of interaction. Impressions can be all over the place. Found a clue, good impression. Don't know which high-rise the Kurosawas live in, but I wish fake policemen would show up and sweat them dry.
Kurosawa-san doesn't live in a high-rise, does he?
He would just like to make things up. Fake police are also an urban myth. And the story goes that they show up in women's homes. Oh, I got a new urban myth to look at. Fake policemen. Excuse me, I just need to ask you a few questions. There was a murder in this apartment building last night. Did you notice anything out of order? The police officer asked this over the intercom screen. If you had seen a suspicious man last night, would you tell him? Let me tell you a story about a certain woman. She came home late at night and passed a suspicious man in the hallway. The next day, a police officer asked her if she saw anyone suspicious last night. A few days later, the TV news reported a murder in the woman's apartment and that the murder had been caught. A chill ran down the woman's spine when she saw the news. The murderer was the police officer she had seen on the intercom. The man remembered her from a previous encounter and came dressed as a policeman that day to seek out anyone who had seen him. I don't dare to guess what would have happened if she had told the truth. If I were in that woman's shoes, I don't think I'd been able to keep my composure. That's a freaky one. I like that one. Got a good eye for people, and I can tell you this. That man is a narcissist. His personality is complete trash. One look at him and I know that man is trouble.
I just looking at him?
It's not really something you can tell from a single look. Hey, no, not the glasses. I meant to search. Okay. We looked at all these. This. Got out of search term. We did that one, so maybe this. There you go. Beautiful. Interplanetary investigator Tomoro. Seiji Kurosawa rose to the role of director of the National Police Security Bureau without a single scandal, right? I expect no less from a career civil servant.
Kurosawa-san's father seems really impressive.
Yeah, he really is. The non-career civil servants are out on the street protecting the people while all these career-tacked elites kick back and chat with reporters. Those guys should get out of there too. Or out there too.
Non-career civil servants?
The one's not aiming for politics or more. Out following leads or talking to victims. Must be nice to be on the career path. I've seen that kind of thing in cop TV shows. What exactly does the director of the National Police Security Bureau even do?
Good point. What do they do?
How would I know? I've never been one. They're like security guards to VIPs. There's been a bunch of weird stuff involving the occult lately, right? My job is to make sure that people don't do stupid stuff like that.
Since the Zimmers are doing terrorist attacks.
Must be rough. If the Zimmers cause another bombing, then it's Director Kurosawa that we held responsible?
The VIP security information?
Looks like they're facing a pretty serious situation. It would be quite a scandal if that happened. If anything, the Zimmers would be targeting Director Kurosawa.
Targeting Seiji Kurosawa?
I see, that could be possible. If we're honestly entertaining the idea, judging by Zimmer activity, it would be strange for them to suddenly target the director, even if they want the information on VIPs protected by the Bureau.
Information on the VIPs they're protecting? This has really thought this through.
People seriously need to stop speculating like that.
Wonder what else the Zimmers might try to do.
And glasses me up, baby!
Everyone's eyes are on Zimmer activity.
What kind of possibilities are they debating? I'm getting depressed just thinking about it. Search keyword Zimmer activity. All right, I'm assuming scandals on its own gives you nothing, right? Yeah. Yu Kurosawa? Okay. Director? There you go. Dead Door News. Following the recent arrest of members of the Zimmer terrorist group, Seiji Kurosawa, director of the National Police Security Bureau, announced a plan to bolster VIP protection measures. What might the Zimmers' next move be?
Kurosawa-san's father was in the news the other day.
On a clue. Strengthening security on high-profile people. Zimmers are scary. I don't get it. The golf fans are so twisted. There's that Kisaragi guy, too. Next thing we know, the Urban Myth Dissolution Center will become terrorists, too.
What? They're talking about us? Urban Myth Dissolution Center reference?
That person sounds way too scared. Protecting high-profile people, so it's only the rich and famous who are afforded protections. Surely there's more you can be doing to fight terrorism.
More that can be done.
I get what they're saying, but it's also important to protect high-profile targets. If there was a bomb threat in the city's politicians could just escape to underground shelters. What is the Irish supposed to do?
Underground shelters, like the underground facility we were at recently?
No, underground bomb shelters are just an urban myth. I heard there's a special item within the National Police Agency Security Bureau staffed by immortal cops, developed by the former Japanese army specifically to take on extremists like the Zimmers.
Immortal soldiers?
Yeah, right. Cold-brained people will find any excuse to lash out. That Urban Myth Dissolution Center and the ones who follow them are just potential terrorists.
How could they? We never even think about doing that.
You know, just act like they know it all. I always thought those people at the Urban Myth Dissolution Center were just taking time bombs. Only extremists look into such dark subjects.
Looks like we have our own army of haters.
Looks like it. They're lumping us in with the Zimmers. So our survival of devastation and judgment all lies on Seiji Kurosawa's shoulders? Or something like that.
The only one who could save us from destruction is Kurosawa-san's father?
I put my money on us over Kurosawa's dad. Nostradamus' great prophecy didn't come true in the end, so I don't think the occultists will actually follow through with their bomb threats. Either way, we can only wait and hope the police will do their best to counter.
And yet, there are still people trying to follow through.
They will never consider that a terrorist attack could affect them personally. Zimmers? Oh, those super supporters of Susumu Kisaragi. I bet you Seiji Kurosawa and the police never expected to have to deal with them now.
Same Zima users are Kisaragi supporters?
They do often talk about him on the site. Kisaragi's book is a must-read in occult circles. There's no doubt that terrorist equals weird occult fans equals Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Kisaragi was a criminal too, so that clearly means that the Urban Myth Dissolution Center equals criminals.
How could they say all that?
We took them to court. We went in a defamation case hands down. These haters are really coming at us. What's going on? Found a clue. The center's bad reputation. Oh, I want to make sure there's no other stuff we can search. We did Zimmer Seiji. Let's do Zimmer Scandal. Nah, I didn't think so. Is there any other combinations we haven't tried yet? It is on its own. Scandals. I think we've done everything. We've done these. These are scandals, right? Okay, I think we're done. That was the ball.
Why is the center getting haters? What's going on?
I mean, people are starting to believe the Zimmer are terrorist attacks.
Why would they do something like this?
The terrorists trying to carry out devastation and judgment. Everyone's scared and confused. So they look for a familiar scapegoat they can actually reach.
So they jump to conclusions on whose fault it is?
Human nature. Wouldn't dwell on it.
Human nature? So Kurosawa-san's father is a powerful person in the police force.
Can't believe he's the security director Kurosawa's son.
Jasmine, you already know about Seiji-san?
Ah, yeah, he's been on TV. Pretty famous guy.
Rich and famous comments we saw.
Father's head of the police force, son is a tech company CEO. There are people who overreact and assume they're exploiting everyone.
So it's the same Zima admin fueling that movement with the Illuminate cards?
I wonder why they do that. They just want more followers and terrorist attacks. Terrorism doesn't guarantee they'll get the world they want.
It's as much of a mystery as the doppelganger itself.
Much of this was planned by the same Zima admin. Let's find out the answers at the Kurosawa house.
Yes.
Also, for context, the same Zima admin is basically the guy who's orchestrating the Great Reset and all the hype around it. He's that guy in the thumbnail, essentially. Oh yeah, Zame, forgot to tell ya.
Something wrong?
Those two working in the server room, they're missing.
You mean Nakata-san and Inoue-san?
Kurosawa told us when he called. Says they're absent without leave.
With Kiyomoto-san and Honda-san, that's 4 missing already.
This really doesn't look good. For now, I've asked someone I know to look for them. We should be extra careful as well.
Oh, okay. Hello, Kurosawa-san. Thank you for waiting.
It's fine. I just got here.
So, about today's investigation.
Oh, could you park that van in the back?
Stands out too much by the front gate. Sammy, I'll go park, so you head on in. The last time this girl went parking, we never saw her again for like the rest of the day. Can you please just keep it there? Can someone else park it for us? Aren't you rich?
Understood.
That sound scared the shit out of me. You have no idea.
Kurosawa-san, about the doppelganger. I heard that the 2 staff members at the server room have gone missing too. If this is the doppelganger's fault, that's already 4 people missing. And you also ran into it at home, right? Kurosawa-san? You are Kurosawa-san, right? Don't tell me. You're...
This is my father's home. Seiji Kurosawa.
Oh, yes. Thank you for your time. I'm from the Myth Dissolution Center. My name is Asami Fukurai.
Welcome. I am Yuya's father, Seiji Kurosawa, Security Director of the National Police Agency.
Oh, yes, pleasure to meet you. Could I ask who these gentlemen in the suits are?
We've had heightened security concerns of late. We've had heightened security concerns of late. I was told I should have a security detail just in case. They guard me when I'm off work.
A security detail?
Excuse us for a while. I'll be fine.
I'd like to start by asking you some questions.
Sure, after all that's been happening lately, I was worried about my father. So I gave him a call and he told me I'd visited last night.
Does that mean... Did you come here last night, Yuya-san?
Of course not. Which means it was the doppelganger who showed up here last night. I find that hard to believe. Who exactly is this doppelganger? Are they involved with the Zimmers?
Yay, she's not dead! Good flair, sir. Currently, Fukurai here is looking into things. With both the doppelganger and the Zimmers as potential suspects. Right?
Yes, exactly.
You in the back. Have we met before, somewhere? Anyway, I see. Yuya, if that is the case, we should ask the police to step in. Actually, there's something we should consider. It shouldn't be too late to contact the police after this investigation. If there's something on your mind, I have no reason to refuse. Please, do what you need to do. Then...
Understood.
I really like his sprite. His pixel art is great. Oh my god, the father is the swimmer. I know autocorrect got your ass, but that's funny as hell.
Ooh.
surprised if he was the Zimmer, though. When we got the call, he was worried that his father's home might have been infiltrated without anyone realizing it. Sounds like it actually happened shortly afterwards. We'll look into the intruder's actions here. What they were doing in the house, and whether they stole anything. All right, let's get gaming. Jasmine, are the director and the center safe? Worried about the haters? It's gonna be okay. Any thoughts on this case? Kurosawa's doppelganger is clearly acting along the Zimmer's goals. As in, it's targeting national police info? Usually if we knew something was stolen, we'd call the police and stop there. So what we're doing is supposedly police work, but Kurosawa Jr. is stalling. Chances are he's hiding something. What could he be hiding? I wanted to look here. Oh, we're getting close to dissolution. Oh, we're getting really close to dissolution. Oh no. All right. We now know that the doppelganger is targeting national police info, but that kind of important data isn't kept here, is it? If what we mentioned the other day is true, then the information has already been stolen.
But it showed up again, so I need you to look into it.
We'll try to figure out its motive by following the traces. Could you tell us about what happened here yesterday?
I actually don't know anything about what happened yesterday. More or less the same as each doppelganger sighting so far. Please ask my father about what happened too.
Oh, right. Then could you tell us why you decided to call Seiji-san?
Our server room was infiltrated, so we knew that the doppelganger was targeting the National Police's top secret area. This made my father a potential target too. So I was worried and called him, and it turned out the doppelganger had indeed showed up.
Why do you think the doppelganger appeared here? If there's a pattern to its actions, probably to steal something.
There isn't much of value here in this house. That painting there might look expensive, but it only cost a few dozen bands of yen.
Nah, a swimmer, not a Zimmer. He looks like his mansion contains a pool. You're right. He gives off more of like a hot tub vibe where he like unrobes himself and he has like a hairy ass. It's just like
Oh, quite relaxing. Yes. Another good day as a security bureau officer leader thing, whatever it's called. Oh, yes.
Anyway.
Isn't that actually expensive?
The only possibility I see is the contents of the safe. It has valuables inside. Would you be able to find traces with that power of yours?
We'll check if there are any traces around the safe then.
Check with clairvoyance.
Painting of a woman. It looks expensive. An old-fashioned safe. Is having a safe another Kurosawa family tradition?
I mean, they're both like high-profile people. I imagine they have some stuff they want to keep safe.
Various objects landed on the shelf. Trophies, certificates. Looks like a family tradition. Reintroducing myself, Asami Fukurai of the Urban Myth Dissolution Center.
Thank you for your help. Seiji Kurosawa, Yuya's father and security director of the National Police. I try to avoid meddling with things I don't understand too well. But Yuya mentioned that this case is related to the Zima incidents that are causing an uproar lately. So you have my cooperation.
Could you tell us about what happened?
Last night around 10 or so, my son came home. I was in my study, in the middle of organizing papers. So I briefly greeted him, then returned to my desk. I told him to wait a bit while I finished my work. After maybe 10 minutes, I came back to this room, but my son was already gone.
So soon? Did you find this strange?
Not really. It's normal for my son to be busy, working as a company head. Then, this morning, he called and asked whether anyone who looks just like him had come here recently.
That's when Yuya-san realized it was a doppelganger. Did you notice anything unusual at the time?
No, not really. When my son came in, I mean, the doppelganger. He stopped and stared at that painting there. So I told him we'd bought it just yesterday.
Huh. If he just bought it yesterday and he's only come here since like today, how would he know how much the painting costs? I don't know, man. That seems kind of sus.
Has anything been taken from your home?
Taken? Does the doppelganger steal things? All I heard from Son is that it appeared in his room.
I see. Thank you. I'll take a look around the house. So Yuya-san only told his father about the doppelganger showing up in his room. Didn't want to worry him?
Found a clue. Intruder in the family home.
Could you tell me about your son, Yuya-san?
The questions range rather wide. He is the Kurosawa family's only son, and we've taken good care of him. I've been called overprotective and meddling at times. My wife and I had an early divorce, so he has grown without knowing motherly love. There was a time when he would go around causing mischief, and streaming them as a part of some activist group. But he's built on those experiences and now runs an internet technology company.
I see, and you supported him throughout.
That's what parents do.
That's so cute.
Could you tell us a bit about your own work?
My work mostly prevents me from mentioning details as anything specific. But you could say I'm in charge of VIP security within Japan.
Are you involved in countering the recent occult terrorist movement?
Of course. Our organization exists to protect public interests from all forms of disaster.
I need notes on the people I met. Seiji-san is Kurosawa-san's father. He said he's in charge of the branch of police. Which one was it?
Well, it's definitely this one.
Yes, VIP security and also counterterrorism. So he's actively fighting the Zimmers. Must be a huge responsibility.
Seiji Kurosawa. Yuya Kurosawa's father. He's the head of the Security Bureau of the National Police Agency. I don't know anything about police hierarchy, but he's probably in a very important position. All right. Glasses me up, daddy-o. Oh, this is weird. These don't look like the doppelganger this time.
The shadow is here. Looks just like Kurosawa-san Jr. But this shadow, compared to the previous doppelganger shadows, looks somewhat different. Not sure how exactly. Ishi-san might know something.
The doppelganger's face.
Shadow that looks just like Kurosawa-san. The doppelganger? So it did show up here too. The shadow is staring at the painting? Why would the doppelganger care about the painting? Maybe there's a secret to it?
Check the painting.
A shadow who resembles Kurosawa-san. The doppelganger, perhaps? Up to now, I was able to tell the doppelganger apart at glance. But today, I'm not getting that feeling. Am I too tired? The doppelganger is fiddling around with the safe. Taking something out of it, perhaps? The doppelganger seems to be taking something from the safe. Maybe something was stolen then. Could the safe be open right now?
Check the safe.
Shadow who looks just like Kurosawa-san. Is it the doppelganger? What is it doing? Touching the things on the shelf?
It looks like it's holding a knife to me, but... Fine. I think we'll look at the painting first.
The doppelganger was staring at this painting. The frame is fancy too. Must cost a fortune. But why would the doppelganger want to stare at it? It's obvious. It obviously hasn't been stolen either. Maybe I should ask Seiji-san?
Ask Kurosawa Senior about the painting.
The The safe that the doppelganger was touching. Could it be open? Nope, not open. Hoping the doppelganger hasn't actually gotten the safe open. Could the shadow traces tell us something? Follow the shadow traces. Okay.
Let's talk to baby Kurosawa first, and then we'll talk to big Kurosawa.
Kurosawa-san, could I talk to you for a moment?
Certainly.
Oh, okay, he's got nothing. Jasmine, anything new?
Jasmine, can I talk to you for a bit?
Yep. Got nothing new. All right, fine. I'll look at the shadows one more time. Yeah, this one was weird.
It's holding the kendo trophy upside down? Is it writing something on the bottom?
Trophy shelf.
This is the first place trophy for the prefectural high school kendo championship. The shadow was holding this trophy upside down and looking at the bottom. Checking the bottom. Ah, a small piece of paper is stuck there. 9630? A 4-digit number? Is it 4? Could this be the safe's combination? But there's no way it'd be written here, is there?
Open the safe.
Nine 630? I don't expect it to work, but that shadow's movement might mean it saw that number and entered it? We should at least try, I guess. Wait, no way! It opened? And inside is an empty box? Who would keep an empty box in a safe? Or maybe what was stolen was inside the box? I need to check with Seiji-san.
Content of the empty box.
Can I bother you again for a bit? Did you clearly see the doppelganger's face?
I did indeed.
Was there anything strange?
I didn't notice anything. He's my son after all, so I don't think I would have mistaken him.
So they were so similar his father couldn't tell them apart?
Found a clue, completely identical appearance.
Excuse me, about the contents of that safe.
Oh yes, the safe.
It seems something was stolen from inside it.
And why would you know this?
I've looked, and the box inside the safe was empty.
You looked. I mean, you opened the safe.
Oh, maybe that was inappropriate?
It's more a matter how you managed to.
Oh, I'm sorry, terribly sorry. I have this strange power that allows me to see things.
See things.
I love to apply. Stand ready for my arrival worm. Hi, Joe Apply. Welcome to Dream. Hope you're doing well. I don't know what arrival worm means, but.
And. Hello!
I don't apply.
And we believe the content of the box in the safe were stolen.
I'm not sure I understand you fully, but I will confirm. As you said, the object is missing. Stolen, apparently.
What was in the box?
I can't tell you much, but it was part of an informational system within the National Police.
It's a line from the latest Invincible episode. Ew. I'm not into Invincible, so I'm sorry. I didn't get the meme. I didn't get the jokey. I didn't get the joke. This is not my kind of show. Also, Azabot. Hello. Hello. Welcome to Dream. Azabot and friends. Hi. We're playing over Myth Dissolution Center. The GOAT. I'll give you guys a quick rundown on what's happening right now. We're kind of like into the last third of this episode, so, you know. Hello, Bright Hones. Welcome to stream. For the people coming in, Angela the Blessed, you're also coming in as well. We're up to episode 5 of Myth Dissolution Center. Basically, a tech CEO phoned us up and was like, hey, I lost some shit. Can you help me find it? Apparently people were saying that, like, I came to my office yesterday. I didn't do that. So can you help? Also, hello, I'm so my. So we have been hired, and we, through our deduction investigation skills, have discovered that there is a doppelganger loose. A doppelganger is basically like a clone of someone. It's an exact copy. Except for the fact that they're demonic as hell and want to kill you, probably, maybe, or want to kill other people. Anyway, various people close to our client have gone missing. His secretary, his maid, his IT guy, his security guard, all of them are gone. They're missing. His lightning bolt, Asimbolt. They've come here a few times. I should get the link. I usually do that. Let me go find the linky. The linky? Hold on, I'll find it. I'm subbed to Asimbolt Productions. There you go, guys. I'm gonna check out Asimbolt. Deltaplay beat me to it. No. I appreciate Deltaplay. Thank you. Anyway, as I was saying, our latest encounter with the doppelganger involves our client's father, the guy on screen. Apparently, you saw him like in this very room last night, and he was staring at a painting, which is kind of weird. Anyway, our goal is to investigate, figure out what the hell is going on. Is there a doppelganger? Is it just fake news? I'm being laid through his own rate. Hey, listen, the guy can take the time, okay? Not the head out, but I want to send my lovely friends over to you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your stream. Thank you, Azabal. Thank you. Hope you guys had a great stream. I hope you guys enjoyed some Myth. I hope my recap was good enough for you guys to somewhat understand what the hell is going on. Also, our character has the power of clairvoyance and can see things. Can see the past with like some special little glasses. Not these ones. They're different, but this game looks cute. It's great. I love this game. It's on Switch, PS5, Steam. There's a demo on Steam if you want to try it out. It's a good game. Anyway.
I can't tell you much, but it was part of an informational system within the National Police.
Oh, my game's not clicked in. I'm super smart. There you go.
Oh, is that the system in Kurosawa-san's company server? The one that needs special authentication to access?
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the doppelganger is probably an occult extremist guy, and he's trying to blow shit up, or at least get his hands on like private information that he really should not have. Anyway,
you know that much. Well, I might as well explain then. As you say, the object in question is a password device needed to gain access to that system. Its existence should only be known to a select few individuals in our leadership. We haven't disclosed details to even our families.
Not even your families?
And that's what was stolen. There were reports that VIP protection data was uploaded to social networks. So those were not baseless rumors.
Now what? I should tell Jasmine.
Ask Jasmine for advice. Jasmine is our bestie, by the way.
About the painting you have there.
Yes, we purchased that one 2 days ago. We put it up just yesterday. Last night, my son, or the doppelganger rather, it was looking at the painting too, before anything else.
It must be very expensive.
Tell you the truth, the frame is more costly. The painting itself is only 50,000 yen. You're surprised to hear that too.
Oh, 50,000 yen isn't that inexpensive.
So I thought he was my son. I told him the actual price. But if it actually was someone unrelated, I maybe should have bluffed a bit.
Is that a joke?
Found a clue, the price of the painting.
Let's think things through. Something feels off about today's investigation, but I can't quite place it. It just feels different. Doppelganger appeared in front of Seiji-san and searched around inside the house. So someone other than Seiji-san was definitely here yesterday. But then again,
There's something different from the usual, isn't there?
at least my imaginary version of the director shows up right away.
I'll always be here when you really need me.
Also, this guy on screen, this one isn't the real one. Don't even ask. But this guy, he in wheelchair, but he has the power to see everything. And I mean everything. He has the all-seeing eye. He kind of has like a power similar to ours, but it's way more broken. Anyway, he's kind of like, you know, MIA. He's not really like hitting us up like he usually does. So We're kind of on our own today. Anyway.
When you saw the shadow, you mentioned something was different about it.
Yes, the shadow seemed different from the doppelganger we've seen so far. And its actions afterwards seem weird as well. I wonder how it's different from the previous doppelganger intrusions.
Isn't the... Okay, isn't the... Okay. Oh god, isn't the... Isn't the shadow... No. Oh god. Isn't the shadow... Maybe by the doppelganger Yuya Kurosawa himself? No.
Isn't the shadow by the doppelganger actually Yuya Kurosawa himself? Doesn't feel quite right. Maybe I should check the journal notes for what everyone mentioned. That might tell us why something feels off. Maybe rethink this.
Okay, so I have the first two bits on. She great on my reset till I overthrow the government. So isn't the shadow... Seen through clairvoyance. There, I didn't notice that was an option. Anyway, hello Gali, welcome to stream. I should have gotten that.
Isn't the shadow seen through clairvoyance actually Yuya Kurosawa himself? If I remember correctly, Seiji explained about the painting to the doppelganger that was yesterday. It's supposedly been a while since Kurosawa-san was here himself. Why did he know about the painting? I need to check with Kurosawa-san.
Yesterday's visitor. Alright, we're gonna talk to Jasmine first.
Jasmine, can I talk to you for a bit?
Yep.
Jasmine, something was stolen after all.
Huh? What was stolen?
A password device granting access to the National Police's information system. The doppelganger can access the National Police's info system at will now.
So first, it was unable to snatch data from the server room. Realized it needed a password device to grab access. So it came here to steal the password device. Wait, that means...
We're in big trouble. What should we do?
Did you go ask Kurosawa's father when he asked to use the device? I need to make a call right now.
Okay. Jasmine tends to make calls at times like this.
Ask Kurosawa Sr. about device usage. But first, we're gonna confront this asshole.
Kurosawa-san, could I talk to you for a moment?
Certainly.
The doppelganger who appeared in front of Seiji-san's yesterday. That was actually you, wasn't it?
So you caught me.
Huh? He just admits to it. Why is this happening?
No, wait, it's not what you think. I wanted to show all those who are suffering how incredible your power is. I just ended up doing it. No harm intended.
What do you mean by show?
Take photos, upload them, that kind of thing. With your permission, of course. Your power will bring solace to many people. I really respect you. I hope you don't hold it against me.
This feels so wrong. Why would Kurosawa-san say things like this? Please don't take any photos without telling us. We continue the investigation.
Thank you.
Investigation resumed. Freak.
About the stolen device, when was the last time you used it?
Well, to be honest, I'm not a tech-savvy person. I received it around 5 years ago and haven't used it at all since then.
Oh, is that so?
Either way, this is a crisis now. We need to take measures immediately. If you happen to find it, please let me know.
Yes, if we happen to, that is. Could you tell us the device's shape and color so we know?
It's red and looks like a card.
For context, by the way, the guy originally called us up about this card being stolen.
Red card-like device? Isn't that the same as...
What was stolen from the Kurosawa estate? I don't know. Okay. I guess we're talking to Jasmine. Jasmine!
I checked about the device, and Seiji-san had never used it.
What? Now that can't be right. Director Kurosawa's device's logs have continued usage starting from several years ago.
From several years ago? Wait, does that mean the doppelganger was there from back then too? Or not? It was stolen yesterday after all. Wait, there's more.
Sammy, slow down.
You know what the doppelganger stole yesterday? It's a red card-like device.
Huh? It's not the device that was stolen? From Kurosawa Jr. CEO? Junior CEO office? My God.
It's getting really confusing.
Found a clue. What was stolen from the CEO office?
Let's think things over for a bit. We know it was stolen, but now the situation makes even less sense. The password device kept inside the safe. Teiji-san said he hadn't ever actually used it. But Jasmine mentioned it's been in use from starting several years ago.
This raises questions about Jasmine's connections. I wonder who she was calling.
This password device wasn't also stolen from the CEO's office? Maybe there was something about the device kept in the safe.
Maybe Kurosawa-san. So this has to be the safe. Yeah, there you go. Maybe Kurosawa-san stole it from the safe?
Yes, that must be it. The two are the same device. They're both the red card-like device, so it makes sense that the Zimmers are after it. But why would Kurosawa-san take it without saying anything? There's a lot we need to ask him.
Found a clue, the original thief.
What is going on, Yuya? Why would the password device, stolen from our safe, be stolen from your company?
Did you take it from the safe?
I was so intrigued by the work you do. I just took it and kept it in my office.
Jasmine mentioned the logs showed it had been used since several years ago.
I didn't mean any harm, but the doppelganger stole it. I wanted to find it before the worst could happen. And Asami-san's power would make that possible.
Not really the time to be complimenting me.
It has gotten out of hand. Isn't it more important to prevent the public from knowing this device was stolen?
Jasmine, things are getting really complicated now.
This is just a family conflict. We'd leave it alone and go home right now.
So all in all, everything about this case was to cover up for Kurosawa-san's theft?
Well, that red password device is taken by the doppelganger. There's no way it just ends there.
So I guess there isn't anything we can do about the situation?
Thinking. Oh, God. It's been a while since we've gotten a call. Oh, man, that timing, as usual.
It's the director. Hello, are you okay?
How's it going?
We were worried about you, director.
Turns out the doppelganger's actions have affected more people than I'd realized.
I know you've been busy on your end too, but please don't disappear like that. Important police data was stolen and we've been seeing nasty rumors about the center.
We can think about those complications once we wrap up this case.
Fair enough. Time for a dissolution.
Oh, it's time, all right.
I'm relieved though. I was anxious about doing the eye-opener part myself.
That may happen sooner or later.
No. That's a hard pass, please.
Now then, please ensure the Kurosawas can hear you.
Yes.
This request was about recovering, if possible, an object stolen by a doppelganger. For now, let us put on hold whether the recovery is even possible, until we determine who exactly we're dealing with.
Are we ready?
The eye reveals all. Eye opener. Now, will the dissolution begin? In this case, Kiyomoto-san, Secretary UTEC, initially encountered the doppelganger, leading us to follow its traces. We identified it as a doppelganger, based on its appearance being identical with Kurosawa-san, and that it doesn't engage in conversation. So, Mrs. Ami,
Yes.
there have been further indications that the anomaly is indeed a doppelganger. What kind of phenomenon has been observed?
4 people are missing. Kimoto-san, Honda-san, Inoue-san, and Nakata-san. The people who encountered the doppelganger have all gone missing.
Great. The 4 individuals you named have not been found, so they may or may not be alive. Yet the situation does seem to line up with the doppelganger anomaly's characteristics.
I love my little spinning hexagon prism. Hexagon? Yeah.
Why would a request to search for a missing object turn into such a complicated matter? That is because of one key factor that made us believe this was all the doppelganger's doing. So, Mrs. Ami,
Yes?
what was the notable characteristic of the intruder that kept this incident from being reported to the police and led to a request to this
Out of stroke.
and that led to a request to the center instead?
It's a breathtakingly beautiful woman. The intruder's appearance is identical to Kurosawa-san's. The people who encountered it all thought it was him all along.
Excellent. And that is precisely why we were called in. That aspect is indeed clearly anomalous. Our angle will change from here on. The doppelganger who appeared in the server room seemed to be targeting confidential police information. Yet it turned out through Miss Fukura's clairvoyance that they had given up on that approach. So, Mrs. Ami,
Yes?
to confirm, why did the doppelganger in the server room give up on extracting the data?
Because an authenticating device was needed. To access the confidential information, a red card-like password device was required. Yet this device was only available to high-ranking police officials, so we believe the intruder had no choice but to give up.
Excellent. Yes, that is correct. The device that the doppelganger stole from the CEO office. Now, about that red card-like device. Something seemed strange there, didn't it?
Yes?
Kurosawa-san mentioned that he was intrigued by his father's work, and I took it on a whim. A rather naive reason, if anything. So, Mrs. Ami,
Oh, yes, he did say that.
the question here is, when exactly the device was stolen from the Kurosawa estate? Rather, when do you think this actually happened?
Several years ago. Jasmine looked into this for us. It seems the password device has been in use since several years ago. Kurosawa-san mentioned he stole it a week ago on a whim, but that doesn't feel right.
Brilliant. Mr. Kurosawa's accounts seem to have a number of inconsistencies here and there. Though we can't do anything about that itself. I hope they can figure things out, father and son. Yuya, there will be no easy way out of this. I expect a full explanation once we're done here. Now for my final question. The culprit who appeared at the Kurosawa family home and saw the red card-like device was your son, Yuya Kurosawa. And the culprits who infiltrated Yuya-san's company and home were the doppelganger and also acting like a Zimmer. So, Mrs. Ami,
Yes?
Miss Fukurai, you have already encountered the doppelganger in Zimmer.
Oh? I have?
Please think back to all the accounts you heard from everyone you talked to. For this case to be possible, who would need to be a Zimmer?
Kimoto-san the secretary or Aika-san, Yuya-san's girlfriend? For this case to be possible, who would need to be the occult member? The guy who wants to commit the terrorist attack. Kiyomoto-san is a recent employee, a recent secretary. She's a girlfriend who honestly doesn't give a shit. But what if it's neither of them? Oh, God. Oh. I feel like it could be.
Kimoto-san, the secretary. After those abusive work conditions, he stole the red device for revenge, then pretended not to know anything.
Secretary's grudge may indeed be a factor, but there are no indications that she infiltrated Yuya-san's home or the UTech server room. Please think it over again.
Wait, could it be? All four of them.
Fabulous. When the doppelganger supposedly appeared, those four individuals were each on the scene. Though their accounts and what happened to them since suggest paranormal involvement, the experience of the vanishing doppelganger and the disappearance of those who encountered it, that could be explained by all four telling the same cover story. Also, each of the four were recently appointed to their jobs, came in proximity of Yuya-san.
Oh no.
It is very likely that the four of them work together to play the role of doppelganger. And it's also likely that all of them are Zimmers. The mystery is now solved. Dissolution.
Zimmers, all four of them?
Are you unsatisfied with the dissolution's results?
No, I do see why the dissolution makes sense, but a few things still don't quite make sense.
Oh, do tell.
The doppelganger that I saw through clairvoyance was staring at me. And why did they steal the HED after stealing the red device?
Good point. The VIP protection data should have been accessible once they had the red device.
The red device, I can't freaking speak.
I would indeed like to discuss those angles in depth, but it seems that we'll have to wait until next time. What are you doing here? We're in the middle of a very important family discussion. Go and wait in the next room until we're done.
Huh? Wait. It's Inoue-san. The server room security guard at Kurosawa-san's company. Also
Oh my god. Nakata-san. I don't know why that name broke in my brain.
Also Nakata-san, the server engineer. And Kiyomoto-san, the secretary. And Honda-san, the housekeeper. I'm glad you're all safe.
Sammy, remember what we talked about during dissolution?
Uh,
They enacted the doppelganger. And they're dangerous extremists. Remember who they are.
Are you all really Zimmers?
What is going on? Where are the SPs? Do you realize I'm your boss? Have you ever thought about the consequences? You know nothing to that joke of a company. We're working towards a higher goal.
You disgust me, living the easy life with your family fortune and connections. Family discussion to keep a lid on the incident. This country to prosper for the next millennium, you rotten sprouts need to be pruned.
You assume the terrorist attacks were happening someplace else. Well, one is happening here and now, so brace yourselves.
Everyone, please, hold on!
Sammy, get back. These people are dangerous. They no longer care.
You have no reason to cover for the filthy rich Wake up already. They told us their plan. Devastation and judgment are about to happen. The Great Reset is nigh.
They? Do you mean the same Zima admin? This world needs leaders, those who envision the future and guide the weak. The world's values have been corrupted. The weak know this well. The weak lack the power to change things alone. They are guiding us forward and gathering us into a greater power. We should be the ones who bring change to this world.
It's a complete mess. Hey, you, hurry up and do something.
Who's your leader? The same Zima admin? Please stop all this. This isn't the way to do things. You shouldn't be hurting anyone. If you're siding with this filth, it means you're not with us.
We'll fulfill our role here. To enact devastation and judgment. Great. Reset.
Enough of that nonsense. Answer me. Jasmine, they're not going to listen.
Freeze.
Huh?
Ah. Secure them all. Oh my god, my controller. Commissioner Tomarigi. Oh, is it not on auto? Oh, my controller disconnected. Lovely. Why is my controller? Hello? Controller! I was using you, man! Oh. Okay. All suspects secured. Fine work. Are you safe, Director Kurosawa? Ah, it's you, Tomarigi. That was timely. Assistant Commissioner Tomarigi. Please, brief Director Kurosawa on the situation.
Assistant Commissioner Yasumi Tomarigi, CUTU Team Security Police Officer, sir. Director Kurosawa, our apologies for the commotion. Jasmine? You're with the security police? Undercover? What's going on? Sorry, Zammy. What exactly is the CUTU? The Counter Unidentified Terrorist Unit. Proactively prevent terrorist cells from carrying out their plans. Specifically unidentified incidents such as this series of prophecies. I was in the Urban Myth Dissolution Center to gather information. Why would you need to be undercover? The center sure is creepy, but it shouldn't be a threat. Relax, it was initially an investigation target, but it's for information only at this point. And we learned a ton through that undercover stint. Hey Zammy, sorry for not telling ya. So that's why you're so good at fighting and had connections in weird places. Makes sense. Kinda.
We meet again.
That scary person from the park!
I'm glad you remember me. And happy to see you've been putting that wondrous power to fruitful use.
Oh, so he's with the security police as well? Commissioner, what about Kurosawa Jr.?
He sent you your Kurosawa home just now, but he probably won't have any charges pressed.
Huh? Why not? This all happened because he took the device out without permission.
This case will be handled as a mishap on Director Kurosawa's part. The director himself asked us to do so.
Not the first time he wipes his prodigal son's rear.
Mr. Tomarigi, please remember to be decent in your work. Director Kurosawa's device has been used these few days as well.
Which means that we could trace the IPs used to access the server.
Maybe able to apprehend those involved. Though we don't know who exactly it is. The next time they have access will be the moment of truth. You should get ready, Miss Tomarigi.
Oh, she got the swag, dude. You got the CUTU merch. Tammy, you should head out now. Huh? I'll handle the devastation and judgment prophecy from here. So I'm not part of we, then? Taking on a terrorist mastermind, not a mysterious entity. It's out of your hands now. Jasmine, please wait. Whatever you do, don't follow us. But
Ms. Tomarigi, they took the bait.
Heading to the area.
Director?
Welcome back, Mrs. Ame. I see Jasmine had ulterior motives.
Please don't put it that way. She had her reasons.
Even without her, we will need you to continue with your work. You will need this computer from here on.
Jasmine.
So far, more or less as planned. She played her part very nicely.
I got the 3rd floor. All the units. Secure 1st floor exits. Tamarigi here. 3rd floor. Visual lighting and personnel. This is the security police. CUTU. The building is surrounded. You. Ah!
Huh?
What?
So that's your secret. Genesis card. On this end taken care of.
The Doppelganger. Urban Myth Dissolution Center.
End of episode 5.
And so lays the card for the final episode. I'm assuming the Genesis card. We will not be starting this today. This will be starting sometime after April 1st. So yeah, it'll probably be like April. I don't know. When's the first Friday of April? April 4th. We'll probably stream it then. I'm not allowed to stream this episode until past April, so that's why I'm not doing it next week. We'll do it the following. But what was I gonna say? Yes, it's time to end stream. That's the words. I zoned out for a second. What the fart? Jasmine was an undercover freaking agent, man. She was after the Zimmers, which makes total sense. Why she was so obsessed with them and why she was so freaky in those cutscenes. I think, you know what? Props to her. She's a girl boss. During the end of the game, bro, I can't. I want to respect the developer's wishes, okay? I probably wouldn't like die if I did it, but I want to respect the developer's wishes. Plus, it gives you guys the incentive to get the game yourself. The game's on Switch, PS5, and Steam. The game's cool. I'm not sponsored. I just think the game's really cool, and you guys should support it because it's a small indie dev team. Anyway, I'm done yapping. If you guys want to see more of me, I'll be live on Sunday for some Splatoon. We'll talk about the fest more in depth, yada yada. Spring Fest gear is in the game now. That's super cool. You guys have a great weekend until I see you guys on Sunday. I'll be live next Friday with some more Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Not next Friday, but like next Friday. Next week at around this same time, I'll be streaming something different. It might be Balatro. I might get a group together and play some silly games because I haven't done like a group game session in a while. We'll see. Anyway, I'm done yapping. Goodbye.
Great reset. Great reset. Great reset.